Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Hall o'clock with a package from bricklink.com, lots of Series 23 minifigures, and ooh, what's that? Well, before we get digging into the package or going through my thoughts on Series 23's minifigures, I did want to show you a bit of merch from the channel, which is this super secret police t-shirt with the famous logo on, very large on the front, and 10th Division, which is the division based in Brick Nottingham, and I think it's rather smart actually, available in all t-shirt styles and sizes, so yeah, look out for that if you want one in the links below. I'm going to look forward to wearing mine, and I've also got a mug with exactly the same logo on both sides and 10th Division as well. Mine hasn't arrived yet, but I'll show you that as soon as it does. But yeah, it's come out rather well actually, I must say. Now for the rest of this video, I'm going to whiz through all of these, to be honest, because I don't want to have another 40-minute haul video. Also, I'm a bit behind time today, so I'm going to plough straight on with the first one of these minifigures, which is the Knight of the Yellow Castle, which may well be my favourite one of the whole line, actually. For a start, we get 3 accessories. A sword, which I guess we need, the shield, which has got this wonderful old logo on from that yellow castle back in the, what was it, late 70s, I think, rather than early 80s. And then this hobby horse. We haven't even got enough hands to hold everything. And I think this will go very well in a toy shop as a traditional toy. But what makes this figure even better, apart from its sort of flippy helmet with this wonderfully iridescent pink feather in the top, is a few things. Well, one, we've got a decent female face expression for once. I'm fed up of having all the really normal female expressions, kind of like the reverse one there. Yeah, so what? At least this one she's going, ha-ha, like she's bested some foe. So we've got a good head. We've got a good breastplate there. We've got some midi legs in this light bluish grey. But we've also got an even better torso underneath, I think. So I think what I'm going to do with mine when I put it near the castle, or maybe in the castle or something like that, is probably swap out the torso so I can have 2 people with the same iconography. Have one with the breastplate and one just with the armoured mail underneath. M-A-I-L rather than M-A-L-E. Yeah, so that is really good. So I'll probably get rid of this bit for another scene in the city, but this will definitely go near the castle. I might even swap out the legs just so she doesn't look so small. But yeah, I think that's a really good start. I think I'll give that one 5 out of 5. And another 5 out of 5 one, arguably, is the popcorn. I mean, it's very simple. We haven't got any torso printing. We've got midi legs again. Boring face on one side, but quite an interesting one on the front. But it is just that 3D piece. And the fact that I can use this so well, because I've already got a popcorn stall ready to go for my fairground. It's a very small one. It's just kind of a friend's side build, really. But that is absolutely perfect. And I think you'll agree that it's quite funny that this popped corn sort of top bit almost looks like hair as well. Almost looks like a sort of 80s rockers perm or something like that. So that's really good. So I'm going to give that one a 5 as well. Now this one is wolf costume guy, presumably. And I wasn't very enamoured with this because it just looks like all the werewolf ones we've had in the past, and even a bit like that raccoon that we had recently with the bag. But I must say it's grown on me now I've got it, partially because of the face, which I definitely want more copies of. Because A, we've got him licking his lips at the idea of eating 3 little piggies, which I want to use in a scene. But also he's got this blowing face when he's huffing and puffing to blow their houses down. And this is the inspiration for the idea I think I'm going to use in my city, is having him maybe playing a flute or a sort of piccolo type thing, like the Pied Piper of Hamelin, and he'll be the reason why all those dogs are congregating near the ice cream van. It isn't actually the ice cream, and I think they'll all be following him, and if we have this not as a wolf costume but a dog costume, then essentially he can be the sort of Pied Piper of dogs. That's my thinking. But yeah, that face is great on both sides. So he's probably gone from about a 2 out of 5 to, well, a 5 maybe. Now, this minifigure is absolutely perfect in every way. Oh, hold on, it's me. Bit of a mistake there. Apologies for that. Then we got this one, the cardboard robot, which has clearly been totally lifted from the idea submission for the Adventures of the USS Cardboard, for the sort of robot sidekick. They ended up going with Teddy, of course, in the official set on a sort of mech, which is very cool, I must say. But this is an old idea. But the arms with the nice printing are good, with the on-off switch on that one. And I like that. Probably get rid of the scissors. And I really like another good female face, in that we've got this sort of cheesy, sort of guilty grin. The other side is pretty boring, if you ask me. I'd really like some of these additional female faces to be available on normal minifigures in normal sets, having more than just a blank expression, to be honest. Anyway, the helmet is much like the popcorn one, the making of this particular minifigure. So I reckon for this one, maybe she is pretending to be a robot so she can infiltrate the futuristic alien cantina when I eventually do that. So maybe that's her reason for having that really cheesy sort of guilty look on her face as well. So I like that one, but it's a bit cheesy, so I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5. Then this one I quite like, again, because we've got a different female face. This one, she's roaring by the looks of things. Really like that. And there's the token boring one that we usually get in sets. And I like the fact it's a green dragon. Very good colouring and all the rest of it. It's very impressive, but it's exactly the same as the season 18 Dragon Suit Guy, apart from the colour, where it was red last time. Even the printing on the arms, all this dapperness is exactly the same. So it's a bit lazy, really. So I like it, but I don't know. It's just a bit too identical for me. And we also had 2 more dragons, albeit without the face being visible in the mouth on the video season. So kind of got 4 now. And that's probably plenty. So yeah, I like it for the new face. Can we have that in sets, please? There we go. So I'll probably give that one only a 3 as well. Now here's a 5, I reckon. Look at that. Now they've called him a ferry captain, which I think is really silly because A, this clearly isn't a ferry with these funnels. It's a liner. It's clearly based on the Titanic. So why didn't they call him Titanic Captain? I'm sure that's not copyrighted. Is it some sort of odd political correctness? I don't know. Because, I mean, even his face with that walrus moustache, if you've seen the film Titanic, you know that that is the real-life captain, Edward Smith, who had that moustache. So it's definitely modelled on him, if you ask me. We've got the normal sort of captain's hat, except this one's got a nice emblem on the front as well. And we've even got a spare funnel piece that we get in the set. So I'm probably going to take him out of his boat costume because I think he looks very smart, and put him on one of the many ships in my harbour. Maybe I'll use this as another springy sort of children's ride outside the front of a store. And then, well, I suppose I could have it somebody selling boat rides in the marina maybe. But yeah, so thoughts for that one as well. Don't really have any plans for that one in the city. I missed that one out. So anyway, I'm going to give him a 5 because I think he's really smart. Cool. Now on to the more Christmassy ones, or holiday period, because I suppose the turkey is really Thanksgiving with this pumpkin, but he definitely would double as a Christmas turkey for people in the UK. That's when we think about turkey being on our plates. And that tail is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? What I really love about it is that the waist piece that goes over the legs has got this frilly sort of edge to add even more texture. That's absolutely great. So why didn't they do that, making some fur coming out of the wolf? I think that would be really good on there as well. So yeah, anyway, really nice sort of wings that we've had before. Nice pattern on the front, really good headpiece. Yeah, very good. And again, a really nice face. The back's pretty boring, just a smile, but this angry face I really like. I don't know why he's angry. I suppose turkeys can be quite aggressive. I don't know, but I really like that face. If I don't keep it on the turkey, I'll definitely use it somewhere entertaining. So I really like that actually, but it is another creature costume. So, I mean, how can I use it? So I'm probably only going to give that 4 out of 5. While we're on creature costumes, I'll go for this one. Lovely female face again. I'm glad we've got some interesting ones here. I could do with doubles of all of them, really. So we've got a nice smile with a gappy tooth, and the same grin with eyes closed with the gappy tooth. I really like that. It's unfortunate that it's on a reindeer costume in a way, because again, where on earth is that going to go? Maybe it's with Santa handing out presents to the children. You get a spare pair of antlers in the additional pieces. And, well, I don't know whether you'd call it a spare piece of gingerbread in there, but there are two. Maybe you get given one and there's a spare, or maybe there's just two in the first place. And a nice present box as well. So that is very welcome. I really like all of that. So, yeah, I mean, a really good, well-made minifigure, just very hard for me to use. So ideas for that, I suppose, just sort of sat next to Santa, or maybe as part of Santa's Christmas towers that we sort of started having the idea for, a big skyscraper where all the Christmas characters go when it's not Christmas. Anyway, so that's that one. The Sugar Fairy. So, I sort of like this one. We've got a two-sided face again, but with sprinkles on the cheeks, with the boring expression and the one that you might actually want to use. Nice blonde hair. I think we've had... Well, I'm not sure if we've had it in this colour before, but we've got a very sort of icing coloured crown on the top. The wings we've had before, but probably not with that pattern on. The skirt we've had before, but not with that pattern on. The little legs have got the pattern on as well. So, I mean, we've had little girls in tutus with wings before many times, so I'm not that excited by it, but it is very well done. So I can't get too angry at it. The thing that's the best, arguably, is the candy cane. Absolutely fantastic, that one. And you only get one. It would have been great if they'd thrown in a second one, but I imagine that's where most of the cost is. But yeah, imagine having a picket fence made out of candy canes around your Hansel and Gretel gingerbread house. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? So yeah, I kind of like that, but I'm only giving it a 3, I think. Right, next, the Nutcracker. Now, I'm not a massive fan of nutcrackers, but this guy's fantastic, isn't he? Check that out. He's got a really good face on that side, but this cheesy grin with that moustache and goatee is absolutely lovely. And I love the hair coming out of the side. Now, I've got a very similar toy soldier, which was released on some sort of encyclopedia or something like that. And that I use as a toy shop sign, 3D sign. And I kind of figure this one looks even better. But maybe I need to add both because I don't know what I'll do with the other one, essentially. But I love this mad hair and this printing on the side and the epaulettes, and it's even on the wrists. Kind of reminds you of all the pomp and circumstance that was going on with the Queen's funeral. All of these wonderful uniforms and gold braid and so on. And now we get 2 walnuts as well to go with the newly released acorn pieces as well. Though you wouldn't want to eat an acorn, of course, not unless you were a pig. Cool. So I really like that one. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5, though it's not the easiest to use. So ideas outside the toy shop for that. Maybe we need one on the roof and one outside the front door. Maybe that's the answer. Yeah. Next one I really, really like. So we've had elves before, and this is called Christmas Elf. And yeah, so far so ordinary really. Nice little legs, nice torso. Back printing too, but it's the hat with his crazy hair that really makes it, isn't it? I mean, it would be perfect to give to somebody going to some sort of music festival like Glastonbury or something like that if it wasn't for the pixie ears that are attached. The face is a bit boring on both sides, really. I mean, why not go for a bit of an expression on one of them at least, please, Lego? But yeah, I just love it. I think it looks absolutely great just because of these curls, really. And then we get the snow globe, which has got printing on the outside of the dome and on the little house on the 1x1 plate, of course, and that is fantastic. And because they're all 1x1 pieces on the inside of that, you get a second set effectively. So if I make a new dome with this, but it won't have the printing on the outside, I can make a whole second snow globe, and it's just that one's been recently shaken and one hasn't. So that's actually a bit of a bonus as well. You could even get loads of these and make a model village, I suppose, in Lego format. So yeah, I like her. Not fantastically unique or anything, so I'm going to say 4 out of 5 for that one. And then the last one, because we did the turkey, didn't we, is the snowman, which was another pleasant surprise actually, because I thought this would be a solid head, and it's actually a costume guy who's sort of sweating profusely underneath there with a gap for his face, and maybe we could use that for something else, maybe a bank robber or something like that. But I really like the expression on the front here. And we've actually got a new carrot piece. I thought they were just going to use the unicorn horn in orange like I use for my carrots. But they don't. They use a shortened one. And you get a second spare. So I've just added a green bit from my own collection on here just to make a second full carrot that I've just put in his hand for now. But yeah, so he's quite good as well. I mean, he almost needs a floppy hat and a green scarf, and then he'd be the flying snowman from the sort of walking in the air thing, which might just be a very British reference. But yeah, that is a very famous snowman in the UK. So yeah, good. So I hear a lot of criticism about series minifigures from all sorts of directions. I don't know what people are really expecting, really. I think the only disappointment for me was that we've got quite a few holiday seasonal themed ones, which are harder to use how I want to use them. But that said, they're still absolutely amazing figures. I think my favourite is definitely this one, but my second favourite is probably this one, I think. Or is it the ferry? It's so hard to decide, but I think the quality is absolutely amazing. And people have a go at the price as well, but absolutely every surface here is printed. There's loads of accessories. In some cases, so many they can't even hold them all at once. So, I think people should chill out a bit and really enjoy these series minifigures, because if you look at the early ones, Series 1, Series 2, I mean, they might be rare and hard to get now, but they were so much worse. I mean, this actually is a Series 1 and his paint's all rubbed off. That's probably from over-touching, but nonetheless. So a couple of improvements where there wasn't an accessory, say, for the popcorn guy or something like that, and just a bit of a change in the printing on the dragon would have been acceptable. But otherwise, I think it's a really good set. So, we've done an awesome t-shirt, we've done an awesome set of minifigures. Let's go through this, thankfully small for timing, package. Right, so having gone through those, I've deliberately picked a package that is a little bit smaller, just so it won't take an absolute age to finish this video off. Life is busy again, so if just, get into that. I haven't cut through it all very well, there we go. And we've got all sorts of bags and things. Right, I'll chuck that over there. Oh, there's a message on the side. Thank you for your order. Right, that's fine. Chuck that over my head. So here we go. Lots of different bags and all the rest of it. Now, some of the things in here, like this, that immediately jumps out, are actually needed for my double mall modular build. That's just an 8x16 plate, but in white. Quite hard to get, actually, so very glad to have that. Go through this envelope first. That is a single sticker sheet. And now we've had this one before. This is from that Trolls set, the Volcano Rock City concert, 41254. And I probably should stop buying that now, but I really like the Rock Tour poster. We've got the mirror that I've used, the one that I've got already in the skate shop. I thought the Barb could be a record cover. And probably won't use the rest. They look a bit weird, don't they? But yeah, it's that one that I absolutely love. So I'm going to have that all around the city. I might keep buying them, actually. You know me. Right, so that's good. Here is a bag. Yep, now I need these glass panels for my mall build because I need some big windows. So I'm glad to see they're in quite good condition because I used all the ones I had doing that extension for the swimming pool floor of At Sweat. So these are the 1x6x5 panels. There's a few of those, and there's one 1x4x3 as well. Oh golly, there's a lot of those. Didn't remember buying 5 of those, but these are the wonderful sort of vine pieces, usually from friend sets, that I'll be using under the sea. So that looks really nice. Good clump of those, or just have them apart maybe. Don't know, but yeah, in lime, really nice. So I'll put those there. Here is a bag. So as usual, I've bought loads of stuff for under the sea that essentially, just to fill up my basket. So I've got the usual Simpsons heads. So we've got Thelma and Patty there. And, indeed, Marge. So they'll just be hidden, their faces. So they'll be sort of brain corals kind of looking like that. Imagine them all clumped together. So hopefully that'll work. I've got quite a few of those now. Some tentacle pieces, pink, tan, lime. Come to that in a minute. Lots of these in that nice magenta colour. Little bits there. These are going to be really useful just for pinning certain plants to the sea bottom. And then I've got loads more of these Trolls kind of cupcake pieces, which I've got, was it last time or the time before, that I'm thinking of stacking kind of alternating colours. And I think that looks really good, and you can do a bit of an angle on it if you're clever. There you go. That looks really fantastic. That is the point for a rocket. And yeah, looks good. I just thought it might look chewed for a minute, but it doesn't. There is a curled up whip that I thought I'd give to Indiana Jones, who is in my cargo area, because he doesn't have a whip at the moment and he likes to carry one, as you will know. So I've never had that piece before. It's kind of weird when you've seen it a lot but never had one. So yeah, that's really nice. Then we've got the shield for the Series 7 Evil Knight that I'm kind of army building. So every time I see one of those on its own, it's just as common as when I see a person without the shield. So if I buy everything when I see it, I'll probably end up with the right number of shields for the right number of people. And not only that, but I can kind of give them, I don't really need the official sword because I can give them any sort of spear or axe or something like that. This hairpiece I've not had before. I think it's new for 2022, but it's been about 6 sets already, actually. It's just got this very sort of, I suppose, short hair around the back and sides with a bit more on top. And that's been in sets like the Blade Stunt Challenge, the stunt set 60340. I still kind of want that set. I kind of want all of them, really, to make a ridiculous course, even though they won't fit in Brick Nottingham. But I'm going to definitely wait until they come down in price. Because all I've got at the moment is that chimpanzee one, which is very cool. And the only other piece in here is one of those party hats, but in red. I've not had one in red. It's only come with sort of friends sets and advent calendars and stuff like that. A few flowers. That's one of the flowers that I'm kind of army building, if you see what I mean, to get enough to do a big climbing plant somewhere. Good, good. Now, here are 2 attempts, and I've got a spare door just in case one was rubbish, at a pizza oven. I'm looking for the ultimate pizza oven piece. Now this one is an old homemaker's oven, which looks rather big actually, doesn't it? It's from set 269 and a few others, called Kitchen, from 1979, which means it's in pretty good condition actually for its age. I think I can clean this up a little bit with a scrubbing brush in the washing up, but I can also probably try and whiten it a bit if necessary with hydrogen peroxide and a bit of sunlight. But you know, it does look very much like a pizza oven, I think. Think about having that open and a chef with a paddle going into that to get in it. You could even put some wood burning around the outsides of that. So that's a good size. And this obviously would be for my Italian restaurant. So I probably don't need that second door. And the other one was this. And it's just a door because I already had the box bit. So that is from a previous haul. So that didn't come with it, but can open up. And it does look a bit like what it is actually, which is a post box. So maybe this isn't as good as the homemaker oven. But there you go. I don't know. If you had a chimney on the top, that kind of looks like a pizza oven as well. So you'll have to tell me which one you prefer. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. This was on all sorts of Belleville sets, like the evil-looking 5862 Flower Fairy Party from 2003. Yick, that is horrible. But yeah, it came out with good pieces, so yeah, can't really knock it too much. So yes, which one of these is the best pizza oven? I'm not sure. I think the homemaker one's arguably too big. So maybe it's the nice red one. It's a good bit of colour. You had a chimney going off there. Tell me what you think. So those were some really interesting parts. I've got window frames in this dark bluish grey. That's to extend unnecessarily my cargo racking at my cargo yard to make it even taller, because I want it ridiculously tall so it looks silly, because that's how I like to build things. Here we've got, now these are pieces for my mall. I don't think it's a spoiler at all to say I need loads of these, but what for? In reddish brown. And I need some arches in dark turquoise, and some bricks and some modified bricks in dark turquoise as well. So yeah, that's a colour that I didn't really appreciate too much beforehand, but seems to be all over my double modular. Not in any great quantity, well, apart from in one place. One place there's a good section of it, but then there's little accents of it, sort of, well, all over the place, really. So, yeah, it makes it very colourful and interesting. So one more of those that was separate. Don't know why. A couple of panel pieces, a couple more of those cupcakes. And a very tiny, but very interesting. Did I only get one of those? Barely seems worth it. Tile. And you can see there, it's got slight bubbles on it. Kind of a bubble pattern. I thought that kind of looked like microbes on a slide, so somebody in a science lab could be looking at it. I know there's been one as part of the school that is literally that, so I thought I'll get this for a bit of variety. Or I could use it under the sea for some bubbles, which is kind of what it's supposed to be, because it came from the set 41928, Bag Tag Narwhal from 2021, which looks horrid. I wouldn't put that on my bag. So anyway, I think that looks like a really good slide for a microscope. Not that you probably see it when it's underneath a brick-built microscope or anything, but yeah, did I only get one of those? Doesn't seem like me, does it? Right, paper bags, so we're using less plastic. All good for me. These were just speculative and very cheap to try and maybe, well, I can do a little example. Mount lots of pieces under the sea. So if I get loads of these all clipped on different ways round and then get something that needs supporting, whether it be tentacles or plant pieces or something like that, then it will work very well and then can be kind of masked by other pieces at its base like that, and we'll get all sorts of layers going on. Yeah, really starting to think about how I'm going to piece together all of my undersea stuff. So I think these and these will be very useful in kind of a colour that hopefully will blend into the background. Then, oh yes, all sorts of good stuff. Lots of legs, short legs in blue, other legs in grey, just because they're plentiful. A really nice torso that I've already got, but from the Series 20 Drone Boy. Just really like that with the monorail logo on, so that was going cheap, so I had that. Bit more dark turquoise rather. Some of these pieces, which I think would also be good under the sea, because you get some slightly different angles there if you clip 3 things on. Very good. These are to clip things on the undersea as well. A sort of dark sandy colour. And then, a magenta handbag ×2 for people to carry around my city. A bit more racking pieces. And finally, that's very nice quality sticker. I think that one's going to need straightening using my patented hot tea technique. But yes, a very nice vivid cupcake there. So if I do a bakery or a cupcake shop or a cupcake stall, then I can use this, which came from 41119, the Heart Lake Cupcake Cafe from 2016. It's quite hard to say that quickly. Yes, so that's a nice one. Yeah, again, pretty cheap, so I didn't really, I wasn't looking for it as such, but I thought, yeah, go on then, I'll have that. I mean, it's very visible from a distance, so I like it. So, yeah, the main reason for this purchase was actually this, because they're quite hard to get. And when I found a seller that had a few really interesting pieces that I needed in these pizza ovens, and then loads of good stuff for the undersea, and I think also these were quite hard to get hold of, then that's the reason why I chose this vendor and why the order was relatively small as a result. But it definitely was very good quality because I'm happy with absolutely all of it. Awesome haul. Well, there's lots of jobs for you from this haul this week. Basically, we need ideas for all of the Series 23 minifigures that I don't have a fantastic idea for already. I also need your opinion on which pizza oven you think will work best for my Italian restaurant. And, well, you can have your guesses as well if you want to what I'll be building with these interesting pieces for the mall. But as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing a mock build on Friday, and then we'll be doing part 4 of our mall build on Monday, which I'm really looking forward to, getting absolutely fantastic feedback and comments and suggestions for improvements on that. So long may it continue. And then Wednesday next week, well, we'll be back here doing another haul for more pieces, no doubt. And hopefully then I'll have an SSP mug as well to show you. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. So until next time, see you! Yeah, I just think that one's a bit tall for a pizza, whereas that one, better.